Hello, my rock star third graders. First and foremost, I miss you so much. This has been a really hard 3 weeks for me, not getting to see you and share the classroom with you and do lots of fun things. Hopefully in 3 more weeks I get to see you, but we'll get there. We'll talk about that. But today, as promised in last week's video, at the end I said I would do science with you. So here it is. We are going to make Play-Doh. Super fun, playful, easy to make. But before I start to give you the step-by-steps on how to make the Play-Doh, I'm gonna tell you a joke. The joke is, what do you call a sleeping dinosaur? Now, I'm not gonna give you the answer to this joke until the end of the video. So make sure you stay tuned, listen in, and at the end I'll give you the answer. So once again, the joke is, what do you call a sleeping dinosaur? Now, I want to give you step-by-step instructions and show you how to make Play-Doh at home. So if you want to make it with mom, dad, auntie, uncle, grandma, grandpa, a sibling of some sort, then it's a super fun and easy activity. And you get some really fun Play-Doh just to squeeze and play with. So let me start by introducing the ingredients to you and what you need. First you need some salt. It's called Morton iodized salt. It doesn't have to be this brand. You can find it at the grocery store, or you already might have it. And then we have cream of tartar. It's in the spice aisle. It's just a little container like this. Then you have flour, and then just water, and some vegetable oil, canola oil, coconut oil would work if you have coconut oil. So I use, and then you need a pot, a spoon, and a whisk. Okay, so first we're gonna add all of the dry ingredients first to the pan. So the dry ingredients are 2 cups of flour. This is 1 cup. So I added 2 cups of flour. All done. Okay, then we're gonna add the cream of tartar, salt, lots of salt. So I know that you probably know this, but we've talked about it in science before. We never, ever eat our science experiments, ever. So this is not edible. It may look like it is, but it's not. So please do not eat it. Then you're gonna go ahead and you're just gonna take your spoon or your whisk, and you're just gonna kind of mix these dry ingredients so that they're all kind of mixed together, just like that. So it just kind of looks like flour. Then you're gonna go ahead and add your wet ingredients. There are 2 wet ingredients. The first one is water, and I used the same amount of water as flour. So 2 cups of water, just like that. Then we're gonna add 2 tablespoons of oil. So it's that. I'm just gonna go whoop, all done. Then you're gonna take the whisk. Really important, before we take this to the heat, before we take it to the burners, you wanna make sure that it's basically lump-free, because you don't want your Play-Doh to be lumpy. So you're just gonna take a minute, and you're gonna whisk, whisk, whisk. And make sure you really scrape the bottom, because a lot of times it'll stick. So we're gonna go ahead and whisk that. All right, so just kind of like that. It almost looks like vanilla cake batter. It'll be kind of smooth like that. So we're done with that. Then, the most important thing, in order for this to turn into this, we need to have heat. So you're gonna go ahead and take this on over to the stove, and you're gonna turn it on medium heat. Now, medium heat, your stove may say medium at the top, but it could, if you have numbers, it could be anywhere from 6 to 8. You just have to kind of play with it a little bit. This is where you're gonna need your spoon, and you're gonna, it takes a little bit. So you're just gonna go ahead and keep stirring. That's the really important part. You have to make sure you keep stirring or your mixture will burn. So you kind of just keep stirring, and eventually you'll get Play-Doh. So stir, 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 keep going. Bada bing, this is what you get. So also really important, my little third graders, this is going to be hot. This is hot. So it is super duper important that you don't touch it. In fact, it might be a good idea to ask an adult for help on this part. So you go ahead and take this. You take it, grab some parchment paper or some tin foil if all you have is tin foil. And you're gonna kind of form it into a little ball. Now, I pieced this into 4 different parts. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna take this Play-Doh and I'm just gonna kind of guess, or as we call it, estimate, right? We estimate in 3rd grade how to equally divide this. Now, it does not have to be divided only into 4. We've talked about fractions. So you can divide it into 8s or 6s, whatever you so desire. Or if you want one big thing of Play-Doh, you can also do that as well. So I have 4 almost equal Play-Doh balls here. This is where the really, really fun part happens. So part of your list of ingredients is going to be 4 quart-sized bags and food coloring. I find that the gel food coloring is better for this. You do not need to have gel food coloring. You can have just your basic food coloring from the store also. I would take and put 1 Play-Doh ball in each of the 4 bags. And I'm sure a lot of you know why I'm doing that. But we'll talk about it in just a second. There we go. So then you choose your color. I would maybe indent your Play-Doh a little bit, make it look like has a little hole so you can go ahead and put your food coloring. You're gonna grab any color of your choosing. I'm gonna go with blue because I really like blue. And I'm just gonna squeeze however much you want, but just know the more food coloring you put in there, the darker the color is gonna be. So I'm gonna start with 5 little drops. Zip the bag and zip it really tight. And then go ahead oh, sometimes there's some air left in there, so we'll get that out. And you really have to work this. It's not gonna turn color, it's not gonna all turn blue right away. We're just gonna work, work, work. See that, it's starting to turn blue. It's a really pretty color. By putting it in a plastic bag, you're avoiding getting your hands colored. So Miss McCoy tried this yesterday on her own because she loves to make Play-Doh. I did not put it in a bag and my hands are colored because of the dye. So you want to make sure that you're wearing clothes that you don't mind if they get food coloring on them. Okay. So, and you're going to repeat that process for every single one of your bags. And whatever color you so choose, if you want to mix blue and yellow, or if you want to mix red and whatever color you'd like, you go ahead and do it. Experiment. Try new things. Okay? So then you're going to come out with, work it a little bit more, but you'll come out with 1 Play-Doh ball, and then eventually it'll look like this. And remember, it's hot, so you might want to ask an adult. After you're done, make sure you seal it in a bag with no air. So kind of push the air out, or else your Play-Doh will dry out. It won't last very long. A couple cool things that I've found, if you want to add glitter, you can add glitter to these. All you have to do is the same thing. I'd put it in a bag, put a little bit of glitter in there, mix it on up, and it's all good. Or I actually added scents, so like oils. As we diffuse in our classroom, you know those little drops that I put in the diffuser, you can add a couple of drops to each one of these and it will scent it. So that's also kind of a fun little addition to all of this. Other than that, that's all I have for you. I do want to tell you the answer to the joke. And remember, the joke was, what do you call a sleeping dinosaur? And that is a dino snore. I think that's pretty good, but hopefully you laughed. Try this at home. Encourage your siblings to do it with you. It'd be a great way for you guys to have some fun time together. And stay tuned next week because I have lots of awesome fun things planned. Also, when you go in to look at this video, go on to the Morton School District website and find 3rd grade. I have uploaded a new packet for this week, and I've also uploaded a couple fun things to go along with this video as well as the recipe. So go ahead and take a look. Hopefully you've enjoyed. Bye guys.